over there on kind of the side there. So we're trying not to cover that beautiful side. I got our ambassadors coming out. Chamber ambassadors over there.
John, you stand in front of us. Yeah, you stand in. You got.
Well, thank you all very much for being here today. My name's Christy Ray, and I'm the Executive Vice President of the Mount Pleasant Chamber. I love being here, bless your hearts. Every time I can, I come to MD Orthopaedics and I bring chamber members with me. You're so gracious. You always welcome the facility to our ambassador or to our leadership class every year. And every time we're over here, you just really roll out the red carpet for us, and we thank you for that. You're a wonderful member of our community and our chamber and of our county. And you know, I always tell people from Mount Pleasant, get over to Wayland. You've got to see this amazing company in Wayland, Iowa. And so I'm going to ask, I don't know where we're at. Who wants to talk first? I will let John, you're going to go first and introduce. Tell us a little bit about the company, how you all got started, and I think we have a few other introductions then.
Okay. Well, Gene, come up here. I was just telling a few of them up there. Let me see, it would have been in 2005. In the newspaper, she's seen there was a building down here. Wayland had a building for sale, and she says, let's go down and look at that building. And I looked at it and I go, it looks pretty big, but I go, okay, let's go. So we went down there, and I think Laverne Uholt's the one that showed it to us. And I was in my garage at that time, and I had a little room built inside of there that was 12 by 20. So, and I could, you know, I had heated and air conditioned it, you know, so I could control that little environment. And when I walked into this building over here, it was 70 by 100. I was like, it was like going into the Astrodome. I was just like, wow, you know. I moved into this building in October of '05, and we've been here ever since, and we've just grown and grown, and I'm lucky because I got to pick, you know, I get the cream of the crop, I get the best employees.
Some of our folks don't know what you do here, so talk a little bit about what goes on in here.
We manufacture clubfoot braces for kids with who have club feet, and we do it all right here in-house, make everything, and from start to finish, and ship it. We get raw materials in, make the pieces, and then ship them out. So, and we ship to over 125 countries. So, and in all 50 states and everywhere. So, it's really interesting. This gentleman came in from New Hampshire and told me his son had one of her braces made right here. Tell us a little bit about that, your son.
Well, my son was born 3 months premature. He weighed 1 pound 9 ounces, was given a 18% chance of survival. And we also knew he was born with bilateral club feet, and he had his castings till he was 9 months old. He got his first set of Mitchell braces when he was a year old. He got a second set at 2 years old, and really, it touches me for a second because he can walk because of you guys.
Yeah, great job. It's hard to describe it, you know, to the employees, but everything they do is important. I mean, every one of them does something important, and it changes people's lives.
And this family is way too humble, and they're probably going to be mad at me for bringing this up, but I know they also have a wonderful charity. Would you talk a little bit about what you do in that realm?
Yeah, we started, 10 years ago, we started On His Path. And On His Path is a 501c3, and it was set up to help, to start with help with clubfoot around the world, help promote clubfoot and train doctors how to do clubfoot, and also for spreading the gospel. That was the main reason. I mean, the reason I did this is because the Lord told me to do it. I mean, I'm not really that smart. People think I really am. I'm not. But I do know the Lord, and I listen to Him and do what He tells me to do. And this whole thing is because of Him. I mean, it is. I mean, He deserves the glory. I was obedient.
Good parents make good kids. So if you would like to introduce your family that's here with you, I think there's a couple gentlemen here you're kind of proud of.
Luke and Joe, come up here. Luke's our oldest son. Luke, he's VP here, and he's doing a great job. I'm trying to, it's hard for me to hand off control, but you know how it is. It's one of those deals. And Joseph is his younger brother, and he's the representative. Joe's the one that met these guys. Where'd you meet this gentleman at, Joe?
Yeah, so right here, Jay Lucas and then BJ Perry, who just spoke. They're from iHeartRadio, and I met them about 6 or 7 weeks ago in Nashville. I was at a conference, and they did an interview with me, and they're doing a podcast right now called Small Town Turnaround. And so it's all about highlighting leaders of small towns and what people are doing to kind of turn around their small towns and empower different rural parts of the country. And so I just wanted Jay to say something real quick, because they travel all the way from New Hampshire. So Jay, if you would say a few words.
Well, first of all, we're absolutely delighted to be here. Come from a little town up in New Hampshire called Newport, New Hampshire, town of about 6,000 people, and met Joe down in Nashville, and he began to tell me the story about the company. And we're just honored by what you've been able to do and all the great things that you've done, not only for your community, because we're all about turning around small towns. And we want small towns in America, which we believe to be the lifeblood and the backbone of America, to thrive. And what you're doing here is just so darn important in the community. But what I then began to learn was what you're doing in the global community, which touches us all, because I think it is a passion, it's a mission, a really important mission. And then of course, my good colleague BJ, who just spoke about his son, he didn't tell you about his son Elliot, but Elliot is the cutest, wonderful, the kid's a celebrity in New Hampshire, and he's got great confidence, and I gotta believe that confidence has everything to do with the Mitchell Prize. So I thank you all very much, and I look forward to spending some time with you this evening. Thank you.
We got to give one more person a little bit of credit here. She keeps these three in line, So we're going to cut a ribbon. I'm going to have the ambassador stand right over here. We'll have your family just kind of go here in the front. Timber's here. She's going to hand you a pair of scissors. Now don't, be careful.
Okay.
Don't. They're real.
Do not, never run with scissors this big.
No, especially.
Ross, you got it?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Right here, all.
Okay, is this going to work? Is this going to really cut
It
it?
actually works. So when I count to 3 is when you'll cut, okay?
All right.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, cut.
Hey!
Congratulations to MD Orthopaedics on 15 years, guys. Good work.
That's fantastic, guys. Congrats.
Awesome.
All right.
Pros at taking
Okay, all right here, please. I'm gonna keep going. Just keep looking at me. You guys look great. Do a couple more, and then I'm gonna switch phones. I'm gonna switch this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Great. Thanks, guys.
If you look over here, you can kind of see some of the things that we've created. We've actually scanned in a foot model, and the nice thing is once you get it into the CAD system, into the computer system, yeah, this is all the bones for a foot, is you can scale that whatever size you want.
This is the CNC machine we use to make a lot of the molds that we actually make in-house, and then we use them at MD Molding over here. And we've transitioned out of using rubber molds by hand, because that just takes a long time, and you only get about 20 shots out of each rubber mold, and you gotta throw it away. So these will last for 10, 20,000 pieces, these aluminum molds, and then steel will last 100,000 pieces.
And this is one that I'm working through right now. So I have the model of the bone, all the pins, and then I'll clay, and then I'll box it, and I'll pour silicone over it. Clay this all up.
Okay, where's our friend? Right here. Okay. Here's our group here. Come on in here.
All right, on this part of the tour, we're going to be looking at more of our production side of the building, where the shoe, all the parts that are needed by it are put together, made, and assembled. This is our shipping area where we keep, we try to keep 3 months supplies worth of 13 to 15 different sizes shoes.
All these containers and tubs have got completed shoes and braces in them to be shipped. So they can pick what size needs. You know, hospitals send us we need this, we need that, and they just come and get what they need, and they pack it, and UPS comes and gets it.
We have injection molding machines. Originally, they started out with small silicone molds that they had to manually inject the material in, and it took probably a couple hours for a part to cure and to dry. And here you can do it in 30 to 40 seconds. Some of the different materials that we have This liner here is made out of TPE, which is kind of a soft rubberized material, and that's what this material is right here. You're welcome to grab in there and see what it feels like.
Hi, John. How are you? Hey, brother. Well, this one here, see, it has a lot 34, and this one's a lot 16. So you have to watch when you pull your parts. Make sure that you're pulling from the right lot, because you can have various amounts on the shelf.
We have a template that we put with each order, and so that way we know that we're getting the right parts because they fit on there, and that we uppers and what straps we need, which we have various straps. And then this is the upper part, and then we put them all in a lovely tote, and it has the straps, the uppers, and the lowers, so that way with the soles and the liners, and then they're here for the next step where they will gauntlet them.
Every size is different, different with the buckles in there.
And these ribs not only keep this gauntlet strong and firm here, but it also allows a little bit of mobility to the gauntlet, stuff like that. As there would be some turning to the straps and things of that nature, but also give it a good firm foundation to it.
And these are different colors. Our normal shoe is the gray, but these are different colors that are available for the customers to look at and
so they
choose
can,
from.
when they're ordering, they can say what color.
Right. Yeah.
All of our leathers for our shoes are cut here. We cut some different things. We can cut like foam. We cut some magnetic material and different things on this machine for special projects. This is one of our magnetic. I was making a fixture actually that I needed for our sewing machine back there, and this is one of the pieces of magnet that I used, so that way it would stick the fixture together a little better.
As the company grew, there's more demand for shoes and parts. This process takes 2 hours where you can make a part in 40 seconds on a machine. So the majority of the parts are made over there, but some of the unique stuff's still done this way.
You'll do the next part here. Tell you what, come on, this way. Tell you what he does.
Now we have these PFS to sole attachments. These are for different prescriptions. Some of the parts are made over there for this, and we put them on the jigs, we drill them out, and then fasten them together.
Once the shoes are assembled, the shoes will be actually 100% inspected. And we average around 1 out of every 1,000 shoes will actually be no good, and it'll actually go to non-conformance. 1 in 1,000, if you ask me, is pretty good. And most of that is because of our controls on the processes that we have throughout the plant.
The matter does it. It's exciting. Good deal.
In the 1960s, Dr. Ignacio Ponseti used his knowledge of anatomy to create a new clubfoot treatment method as an alternative to surgery.